Good afternoon, Wolverines. We're really excited to talk to you today about our college and career search and how to use SCORE for that option. My name is Adriana Chithaluru. My students call me Mrs. C. I'm one of the counselors here at Westview. So thank you so much for joining us today and for listening to this pre-recorded session on how parents and guardians can use SCORE for college and career searches. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is our agenda. So today we're going to talk about what is SCORE, managing your account, FERPA rights, a good parent overview, how to view your student's profile on SCORE, how to view their college list, how to search for colleges and review college profiles, how to compare colleges, suggesting colleges, and our career profile, which we use Youth Science for. So we have lots of really good information to share with you today. So first, what is SCORE? SCORE is our new one-stop system that provides students with college and career planning tools to use during their time at Westview. As a parent or guardian, you'll be able to view their profile, see their college list, conduct your own college searches, and suggest colleges for your student to consider. SCORE also provides parents with financial tools so you can get a better sense of the cost of attendance at various colleges during the selection process. So I'll have more details about that. One of the things that you'll notice about all of our slides is on the bottom right, I have a little link for more detailed information. So we'll be sharing not only the recording of this presentation, but the actual PowerPoint with you. So you have access to all those links. Because I am sharing a lot of information with you, but if you want to see some great videos that really walk you step by step through all the instructions, just click on the bottom right corner where it says for detailed information, click here. So I think you'll get a lot of use out of that. So let's talk about managing your account. So creating a parent and guardian account. Accounts can be created through an invite from either your student or Westview. So we actually invited all parents at the beginning of the year. The invites do expire. So if you see something from August in there, don't click on it because it's not going to work anymore. So all you need to do is you can either ask your student to send you another invitation through their account, or you can email Mrs. Danielle Beccarelli, our guidance technician, for a new invitation. So she'll be able to set that up for you quickly. To link accounts. So if you already have a parent guardian account and wish to link to your student, make sure your student has added you to their profile and has sent you an invite. Then when you sign into your parent account, click the accept link and that'll link your account to your student's account. And you're also more than welcome to change your email address. Sometimes the email address we have on file is old. This gives you instructions on how you can do that as well. This is really important. If you have a current senior, then you're going to see an additional step on your SCORE account. So you will need to complete your student's FERPA release authorization. And this is only if the student is still under 18 years old. And again, only for parents and guardians who have current seniors. You won't have this option for 9th, 10th, or 11th grade. So the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act is a federal law that protects the privacy of student education records and gives students, parents, and certain rights with respect to reviewing and challenging education records. So this really is allowing us to be able to send the documents that are requested by colleges, such as transcripts, letters of recommendation, and other application-related documents. So you need to give us authorization to be able to do this on behalf of your senior. So this part is really important because we cannot send any documents, letters of rec, anything like that to colleges until you sign off on this. This I would like for you to view on your own time. This is a really great parent overview video that talks to you about how to research colleges, how to use your account, how to calculate school costs, how to communicate with us, the school counselors, through SCORE as well. So it's a really great introduction video that's about 6-7 minutes long. But again, it'll be linked in the presentation so you can watch it at your own leisure. But it has really great images and it's very user-friendly. So I highly recommend that. So in terms of viewing your student's profile, so your student's profile holds all of their personal information on SCORE, including personal details, academic information, test scores, achievements, college preferences, and their drive. So the personal sections displays, as you can see here, all their personal details, their contact information, parent details, application ID, such as like their common application ID. So that's what you'll see in this first personal details section. The next section is the academic overview, which displays their high school and test score information. So AP scores, ACT, SAT, anything like that will be shown here in the academic overview. Then we have the activities and achievement. So this is where a student's extracurricular activity details, including work experience, athletics, community service, and clubs and activities will be shown. So this is also another great area for you to explore on your student's profile. Then we have the career profile. So this displays the status of the student's youth science career assessment and any saved careers, which are meant to guide a student towards an academic focus or major. So even though SCOIR is the primary account, we use youth science as our primary career profile engine. So they have access to Youth Science Summit, and it's a tool that they'll help them discover their natural talents and passions. Through a series of engaging brain games, Youth Science measures aptitude, so their natural abilities, most important to career choice. Then they translate those talents combined with interest into the real world and high demand careers. It uncovers a student's innate ability and matches them to careers for which their natural talents will help them excel. So it's a really great assessment. I will say it does take a good amount of time. Typically, it takes at least 90 to 120 minutes, but it's well worth it because it gives you a lot of really detailed information. And it's just a really great starting point, especially for our students who may be freshmen or sophomore who are still thinking about, what they want to do when they grow up, what they want to study in college. It's a great guide. It's not going to tell you exactly what you need to be when they're adults and move on, but it's a great guide to kind of just get an idea of what fields may be interesting to them, based on their ability. So I highly recommend for you to have your students take a look at that and complete it. And they can also save their work as they go. So sometimes our students are very busy. They don't have time to devote 90 to 120 minutes to this one assessment. You can actually save where you are and keep it and do it little by little. So they don't have to just do it all at once, which is really nice. Then we have the college preferences section on your student's profile, and that's where you'll see what colleges they saved, their ranked colleges, that drive their custom college search. So it has all the information that you need in terms of what they're looking for. Maybe they're looking for a small college. Maybe they're looking for a particular area. Maybe they're looking for colleges that have, science majors, business majors, whatever it may be. This is where you'll see that information. So their college preferences section. Then we have their drive. So this is where they can actually put documents such as their resume, any kind of document that they would think would be helpful, whether it's a cover letter, anything like that. So this is where they have their own little personal drive where they can link documents and other files. Then in terms of viewing your student's college list, so it can be displayed by clicking on the My Student tab at the top of the page, then on colleges and applications. So the college list is broken into 4 lanes. So you'll see here there's one for suggested, following, applying, and applied. The status of the college list is updated every time your student takes an action. So if your student is following a certain college, but then they decide, what, I really like it. The more I read about it, I went to visit it, over spring break, whatever it may be, and then they move it to the applying section, you'll be able to see that has been moved. So it's a great place for students, especially underclassmen, to start just building a list, start following colleges, start trying to get an idea of where you might want to go. Just start your list. That way, once you're actually a senior, they can get rocking and rolling in terms of just starting their applications. They won't have to worry about creating their college list, narrowing it down. It'll be ready and set for them. And again, just a quick reminder, on the bottom of most slides, there is a link for more detailed information about each of these sections. And then the college card. So clicking on a college card displays their logo, their name, and location. There will be a blue button at the top to navigate to the college details page with more data on the college. So the application status, here you can find the status of the student's application, whether the application was submitted to the college. You can also see the outcome. So if they were waitlisted, if they were rejected, the students, our seniors, are expected to go in and update that information. So we have the data on that as well. My college checklist. This is the task list displayed to assist students with college application process. These lists are made to assist the student and may not be necessarily 100% correct. So SCOIR does a really good job in making sure and trying for everything to be accurate, but college admissions, especially nowadays, they do change their eligibility requirements quite frequently. Testing requirements keep changing, as you know. So highly recommend to use your college checklist as a guide, but it's still important for students to visit their college website to make make sure they don't miss any possible changes that may have occurred. Then there's the application document status. So this is displayed the date the document was sent to the college. So whenever you want to see something and see, okay, did my counselor send that transcript over or my letter of rec? You just go on the application document status section. You'll be able to see on the date it was or was not sent. So just some good handy information for you. And then this is what you'll hopefully get a lot of use of, but searching for colleges. So SCOIR's college search feature allows you to search for colleges within the context of your student. So by default, college search results will be filtered by your students' preferences to help you quickly gain insight into your students' interests and mindset on their college journey. So if they already put in certain preferences like location, size, majors, things like that, then it'll search based off of their preferences. So all you have to do is go to the college search page from the global header. And then again, by default, the college search results will be pre-populated with your students' saved preferences. You can apply filters to narrow your search. And you can also revisit your students' saved preferences at any time by clicking preference search. So don't worry about removing any preferences or anything like that. Everything will go back as it should. Then they also have a lot of filter categories, which is really great. It offers a wide variety of options for narrowing down your college search results to find exactly the colleges you're looking for as parents. So one of the filters is college name. So obviously you can just search for a specific college that you have in mind, and then you just navigate directly to their details page. Then there's the personal interest and activities. So it lets you select multiple interests and activities that correlate with colleges across SCOIR's college database. Then there's academic focus, which lets you search for general academic focuses or specific majors, undergraduate degrees, distance and location. So this is really important. You know, some students, they know they don't want to be in the cold. They're used to the beautiful weather that we have here in San Diego. So maybe they'll just stick to the West Coast or whatever it may be. Athletics, this filter lets you search by athletics and divisions, test scores and acceptance rate. Then you have school type and religious affiliation. If that's something that's important to you, it's a really great filter to be able to use. Campus settings, so it lets you select various campus setting designations. ROTC programs offered, which is really nice, especially for our students who are at ROTC here. Maybe they're really interested in continuing being a part of that program. So that's another great filter to use. And then application info. So this filter lets you select the application methods offered as well as test optional availability. So again, take advantage of all these filters. You can really narrow down what you're interested in, and you can get very specific. It can also be limiting. So, unless you really know, you only want to go to colleges in California, then put that in there. But if you are really open to other areas, then don't limit yourself as well. So something good for you to share with your students for them to keep in mind. Viewing college profile. So a college profile contains all of the information available for a college on SCOIR. And it's broken into 5 main sections. So we have the overview, academics, admissions, cost and aid, and the student life. So virtual tours powered by UVisit are also displayed at the top of the page where available, which I think is really great because, especially, in times of COVID, a lot of people still don't want to necessarily travel, but just know that there's still lots of opportunities for virtual tours of campuses. Because that's the one thing I will say, if you can at least get a virtual tour in, it's really important because a lot of times you don't know whether you really want to apply to a school or attend a school until you actually get to visit it. Ideally, in person would be the best, but that's not always possible. But there's just a certain feeling that students get when they go somewhere in person. So again, a virtual visit is a great option as well. So I hope you take advantage of that feature. So in terms of the overview, so the college profile overview section contains general information about the college's size and type, average net price. If the college has available sessions, they'll be displayed here as well, above the location and year by transportation tile. Additionally, similar colleges will be displayed in their own adjacent tile to promote discovery-related institutions. So it gives you a lot of the overview section is a great place to start. Then we have the academic section, which highlights degree offerings, popular majors, and other noteworthy details about their academic programs. There's also a filterable fields of study list that contains every course available in the college's catalog, which is really great because it's so nice to see everything in one place. So I highly recommend using that feature as well. And then, of course, the admissions section. It contains admitted student statistics such as acceptance rate and average standardized test scores. It also includes important information about application deadlines and details relevant to the upcoming cycle. So the admissions tab is also where you can view historical scattergram data for a particular college by clicking the View Application Scattergram button at the top of the page. And I'll give you a little bit more information about the scattergrams a little bit later as well. Cost and aid. So this section contains estimated tuition and fees as listed by the college, along with net price estimates and figures regarding the population of students who receive financial aid. So this for sure is a critical piece. So definitely want to make sure that the colleges your students are looking at are financially possible. That's, budgets are really important. So it's good to see how much it could possibly cost attending one of those colleges. Then we have student life. Student life is really important. It's all about the experience. Academics obviously is the number one in terms of college, but it's really important for the students to really just have a great experience at college. So this section contains a lot of student body statistics concerning enrollment, diversity, campus life details, talks about ROTC programs. So it's just a lot of really good information for the students to be aware of, depending on what they're looking for college. Then you can also compare colleges. So if you just navigate to the college search tab, you conduct a search or use your last used search. You can click the compare button to add a college to your college compare, and you can choose up to 4 colleges at the same time. So then you click on the list of colleges on the right-hand side, and then within the compare menu, you can remove or reorder schools, then click view college comparison to see the actual comparison. So have fun exploring. I think it's a great tool for you to be able to use and to kind of see what the differences are, especially if you're torn. Then suggesting colleges. So you, as parents and guardians, you have the ability to suggest colleges to your students. Suggested colleges appear in the suggested column of the students' My Colleges page. So we talked about that a little bit earlier in terms of the columns that you'll see. So I have instructions here on how to suggest a college to a student. It's very simple. You just click on the college search tab, click on the advanced search, search for colleges, and then you click on the suggest button on the college title of the college that you're thinking about. So it's a great tool to kind of just hint to maybe your students about what colleges you think would be a great option for them. And then some other topics, viewing scattergrams. So scattergrams visually depict historical admissions decisions using previous students' GPAs and SAT and ACT scores. So they're intended to provide a guidepost to gauge likelihood of acceptance and are not intended to be a definite predictor of admission. So just want to make that very clear. So it's great because you can see all of our Westview alum data in terms of who got admitted based on their GPA, SAT, score. So it has a lot of really good information for you. So if you click on that link that's underlined, you'll be able to get more information on step-by-step on how to actually view scattergrams. Same with financial information and estimates. Calculating the cost of college can be confusing, and SCOIR provides multiple levels of financial estimates based on the information that you provide. So I highly recommend for you to click that link too to learn more in terms of what information you'll need to share to get even more detailed information about finances and college planning, but highly recommend that as well. Then here we have some links for you to take advantage of. So we have a whole newsletter that is just dedicated to SCOIR because this is our first year using it. We want to make sure we get out as much information as possible to our students and our parents and guardians about how to use it, how to take advantage of it. Go have fun with it, explore, just, start building college lists with your students, have them, start taking their career assessment. So it has a direct link on how to go visit our SCOIR newsletter for more details about how to use it. Then we have our counseling website as well, which has a SCOIR section on it. And again, if you need any help, you'll see that Mrs. Danielle Beccarelli, our guidance technician, is the best point of contact for any SCOIR questions. So she is wonderful, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. But I really hope you just take some time to explore SCOIR, take advantage of it, have your students start getting comfortable with it. Because, like I said, the most of our students right now that are using it are our seniors due to college applications. Like I said earlier, that's how we send our transcripts to colleges, their letters of recommendation, their school profiles, anything that's required from a college, we send it all through SCOIR. So definitely our seniors are the one that are getting the most use out of it. But we hope that our ninth, 10th, and 11th grade students will start using it more and more. So by the time they become seniors, they already know what colleges they're interested in, which ones they're going to apply to. So we really hope you take advantage of this new system. And again, just let us know if you have any questions. And thank you so much for watching this. And again, we will post this recorded session online as well as the PowerPoint, so you have access to all the links I talked about. Thank you so much.